Terry, first of all, looking back at last weekend, you calmed down after that dramatic 90 minutes against Motherwell?
Yeah, there was no problem, was there? No, it was a hell of a game. I mean, everybody's spoken to me afterwards and saying, "Oh, we don't do things the easy way." But I'm saying, "Well, hold on a minute. We've scored 4 goals against Motherwell. We've missed a penalty as well. We've played really, really well in the match and showed great resilience and character." So, yeah, it was a brilliant game. And obviously, with the game this week, we're looking at trying to replicate that. I don't know if it'll be 4-3 and the same sort of spectacle it was, but certainly our players want to approach it the right way in terms of their attitude and the way they went about their work on the pitch was great. So we know what's at stake. We know the situation around the game, surrounding the game. But more importantly, we'll just focus on our game and do things that we can have a control over, because the other matches on the Saturday and the Sunday we don't.
Well, when you speak about 4 goals, you're up against a side who you've beaten 4-0 and drawn 4-4 with this season. They really have been tremendous games. Yeah,
so we certainly don't want to give them 3 goals of a start after about 8 minutes. I think that was the best game of the season, the 4-4 game at Tannadice, and the 4-0 win here certainly got us on our way. I think that was our first win this season too. So yeah, special moments against Dundee United, but Saturday could be special too. We just have to get on with our job and do what we do best. Whatever the result on Saturday lunchtime, Celtic against St Johnstone, we'll just approach the Dundee United match the same way as we've prepared for, the same way that we did last week, and see where that takes us. But the result at Parkhead will have no significance on how we play, because we only know one way to play, and that's how we've prepared, and that's what we normally do.
Yeah, the main thing is on Saturday is just to win, regardless of Celtic Park.
Yeah. I mean, all the other stuff is peripheral. It's around the edges. It's other people will say, well, you need this, you have to do this. They've done that, etc. But it's about what we do on the pitch, what we do as a team. And the team's performance last week was immense. We changed it around a little bit, and it worked very well for us. We've got good options again. David Raven's back in, so that gives him was back in the squad. That gives us another, not a problem, but a nice dilemma at the back as to what we do. But I'm just delighted with the attitude of the players last week in particular, but the whole season. It could be the perfect season for us this season, and that's what we want to do. We're 180 minutes away from that, if not 90. And we'll just play our game, our natural game, and get on with it.
Will you keep an eye on the Celtic game? I mean, that first one has to.
Well, the boys have got there's a big plasma screen in the dressing room. It's very, very hard to put a tape on, a DVD on, or something like Sound of Music on. I don't think we'll do that, but yeah, the boys will know the result, and I think they're professional enough to get on with it and say, right, we know what we have to do. Let's go and do it.
And a great chance to celebrate in front of your home supporters as well.
Yeah, our home record, we've only lost 3 games at home this season. 2 to Celtic, 1 to Motherwell, and they're the top 2 teams. So it's been a remarkable run. I think the best ever for me here. And when you look at last year in particular, I think we lost the first 3 home games. So it's just a massive turnaround in fortune and in style of play and attitude, everything from last year. So as I said at the end of the game, I think last week, this is not pressure, it's pleasure. It's pleasure being where we are. It was a pleasure winning, and hopefully we can replicate that on Saturday.
Your games against Dundee United have been under their charge of Peter Houston. Jackie McNamara's in charge now. What have you made of Jackie since he's been in the hot seat at Tannadice?
Well, Jackie brought his team here. We drew 0-0. That was a good point for us in the end of the day, but it was a difficult match because Dundee United played well, knocked the ball about well. They've got quite a few injuries at the back now to contend with. They've actually a whole back 4 out. And there's Johnny Russell might come back in and might not come back in, so they've got good options going forward. Who they play at the back might be a concern to them, but that's their situation. We know what it's like to have different back 4s, and 27 of them last year, so we know what it's like. But I was very pleased with my back 4 last week, and Chris Hogg in particular coming in and doing very well. And we've got good options at the back, so we'll see what we do. But going forward, I thought last week especially we were immense, and that has to be the same on Saturday too. So players are very relaxed. They're very focused on what they have to do. They can't wait for the game to start, and I'm sure our fans won't, because the fans can come along and watch the game, and I hope they do, because they could be witnessing history, an unbelievable historical moment for the club. So if that's the case, then I'm sure they want to be here.
And that high tempo start, that's the key on Saturday.
Well, yes, we want to get off to a good start. We want to get at them and see if they fancy it or not. But they're a good side, and they've been up against some good sides in the top 6 too already this season. So we'll see. We just, like I say, we just can't wait for it to start. And I think it's one of those games. The last home game of the season, we want to finish off with a bang. I'm sure every other club does as well. But we know we've got Ross County away the following Sunday. But this is a game where we say, right, come on, let's give it everything. And if you're going to be in this position at the start of the season, you'd certainly say, right, back in August, let's dream of that, but let's have a go at it, because we can't, have any regrets. And I think that's a key for the players this week. Have no regrets about the game. Go and enjoy it and go and win.
As you say, David Raven's back from suspension. Any other selection issues?
No other selection issues at all. Same squad as last week.
Looking ahead to next season, I believe some of the under 20 guys have been told about their futures at the club as well.
Yep.
I'd imagine that's quite a painful day for you.
Yeah, it's not very nice. It was Thursday we told them, and yeah, but they're good young kids. They're lovely boys. They've been a credit to their families and themselves and the way they've gone about their work, and they've played some good stuff here too as well for the 20s. The 20s league has been good for us, and we finished quite high and got a good number of points, and players have done well. So yeah, we'll certainly wish them well in the future, and we use ourselves as a reference if for them if they want to put it down on paper. But yeah, it was hard, it was difficult, but that's my job and that's what I have to do. So we wish them well in their futures.
Looking at your under 20s team as well, there's a few guys who've had an impact on the first team this season as well. Matthew Cooper, Connor Pepper, Ryan Christie's been on the bench as well. A few guys that might have bright futures at this club. Yeah,
they have got good futures at the club, and we'll be looking to add to them as well. Promotion from the under 17s and also new players coming in too. So that's quite exciting. We had the trial game the other day here on Wednesday, and that was successful. So we've got one or two little prospects there as well. So yeah, it's looking good for next year, and if I can just get one or two more signed up, then that'll be about 80% of the team signed up and ready for next year too. So wherever we are, whatever we do, so that's really good. So that means I can probably enjoy my white wine or red wine this summer, and not have the phone calls and the hassle from Steve Marcel in particular last year for his phone calls about players that we did 12 months ago.
Cheers, Terry. Thanks for that.
Thank you.